Uko Fiti.
Biological. I genuinely think it's a person thing. It's not a male
Is it
or
psychological?
female thing.
Is it psychological?
When you tie it down to
no.
that particular person, not to the fact
Psychology
that they are male or
includes
female.
behavior and socialization.
But is
You
it a
understand?
psychological thing? But
Yes,
mostly
it
it's
could
about
be.
the mind.
And socialization also plays
Kama
something
it-
on the
yes,
I see
it could be.
katai, but sasa nataka, I already accepted kuna issue ya socialization. But now you guys are only hapa kwa socialization.
Because it's what it
you
is.
see, because it is, mi nasema, there is more than socialization.
This is what I'm saying.
Psychology.
I don't think if you
And
get abused,
maybe let's understand what he means by hiyo psychology umeisema sana. Nataka tuelewe.
The
what
psyche
do
of
you
men
mean?
and the psyche of women is
So,
different. From
In
the
terms
way,
of violence?
Let's see. See, sasa unataka kunipeleka mahali.
Naendelea
Hata tu-
tu.
hata-
I'm just
the
putting
way-
it out there as you go
you see,
on.
that's problematic.
No, it's
That
not.
is
I'm just
problematic because
putting
now,
it out there.
because now unataka
Certainly.
niieke mahali unataka nipeleke.
No, because I want to understand. Ndio maana
I'm not
nimekupea.
talking about
Nataka
violence.
kuelewa.
I'm not talking about
But I want
violence.
to understand about violence.
If your interest was in violence, relax, nimalize, then you ask.
Okay, sawa.
So the way we even view things, inadepend pia na how our brain fires and the hormones even within our system. Unaget? So that means kuna a biological thing. Like for example, if I am in a happy place, I am happy, I am having fun, so kuna a lot of those happy hormones in my brain, right? Somebody comes and anitusi. I will not respond the same way, or I will not process that matusi the same way kama nilikuwa in a depressive state, mahali penye, there's different chemicals in my brain. So the same action from the same person, depending on what is the chemical in my brain, I will take that differently. Also socialization pia, but also do you think that also plays a part? Like is it?
So I was answering that,
Yeah,
and I was saying, I don't think it can be tied down to a male or a female. How you're going to react or how you receive an insult. It can't be she's a girl, she's going to cry because you've insulted her. What if a man cried? You know, what if I didn't even give a damn, and as the woman as I am, I didn't even give a damn about it and went my way. You know, like I don't think we can actually tie that down to
How you know?
malehood
You
or
are
femalehood.
answering a question I did not ask.
Okay. Do you
I
believe?
understand. What I said is, na nilisema it's not the action yenye itafuata hiyo, nasema the way tuna process. See, the processing the one that brings the action. Umeget?
But
Like, Goja,
you can't
do
separate
you
the
just...
two.
Can I answer you
Ndio
then?
nasema-
Naweza kujibu?
Jumeleta action
Naweza
ya,
kujibu.
nataka niko hapa,
Yeye
then
peke yake ndo
nitakuja- then
kujibu.
nitakuja kwako. Wewe unataka ya
Yeah,
violence.
nataka kujibu.
Wewe unataka ya
No,
violence.
no, it's
Umetoka kwa
related.
violence.
It will go back there, but it's related
Yes,
to
so
what is
that's
going
what I'm
on
saying.
here.
Do you think even the way men and women perceive the world is different and it's not entirely socialization?
I don't think so.
So it's entirely socialization that makes us
I
see
think
the
it
world
is
the way we
entirely-
see it.
I do think so.
So are you saying that because a woman hapa ana view the world iko against yeye, na a woman tuseme, do we believe that our socialization is the same? Is it universal?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not universal, but there
but
are a few
Ningependa
very
ku-
fundamental things that are.
if it is not social,
Simwache
if
niongee.
it is not universal, then how do you explain the phenomena where an
Mi niko na
an
point
extremely
hapa.
high number of women
Think
have
men are
the same perception of men?
That's why
Aya.
I said
Can
it is
I?
not universal, but
Hey.
there are very fundamental things that are universal.
Aya, can I answer basi? Different things play to how people behave. Hiyo tumekubaliana. I'd like to differ na wewe kidogo. Biology does play a part, okay? And because we understand that, we have to put things, that's where socialization comes in to help us become
Rebalance it.
because I understand testosterone is to some extent
aggression.
when there's tension, when there's trigger factors, it can blow out of proportion. And that is why we have socialization to help men understand that unafaa control. But that is as far as biology goes in terms of violence and aggression. Now, we insist that the teachings, tukitaka kufanya, inaitwa nini? Levels of nini ziende chini, violence ziende chini, we need to hyper-focus on the socialization of boys to not be violent. And I believe that is, this is me trying to put words in your mouth, okay? Allow me to. When her question is, what is the contribution? Contribution yako kusaidia hii story ya violence ya women. Tukikumbuka kuwa a lot of men are the perpetrators, and we all agree that. Tukikumbuka hiyo, your contribution would be raising. Swacheni malize. Oh my God.
No, that is disinformation.
Oh
not
my
a lot
God.
of men are perpetrators.
Siwacheni malize ndo unguseme hivyo.
Okay, sawa.
Asante.
Pole.
Asante.
Wacha niandike hiyo.
Andika.
Naandike star.
Merci beaucoup. Aya. So, what happens then is the hyper-focus should be on how we socialize boys to control themselves. It shouldn't be because if we actually did that, we wouldn't have these cases. When I say a lot of women have faced abuse, and a lot of perpetrators are men, it's because nikikuuliza, who has abused? Have you ever been abused? Because these are conversations we have with women.
I don't think you can find a woman
who had the same.
Who hasn't been abused.
Okay, and then
First of all, it's hard to find a woman who's not been abused. Let's get there. Number two, it's hard to find one wenye imekuwa tu the same. Kuna mmoja anaweza kuwa abused the same, but kuna mwingine mwenye ni different.
Yeah.
If you look at, this is how crazy this is. I'm in the child protection space, okay? And what happens is you get information that goes beyond what, and part of this information, kuna WhatsApp group and Telegram group, ilikuwa na 70,000 men.
Yeah.
And they're sharing photos of how to abuse women, including their sisters, their daughters, their wives. Aki tu nikisema tu ukweli yangu ya ukweli. Mimi nikiambiwa hivyo. Uoni ni sawa nikisema hii ni mbaya. Yaani kama brother mtu anaweza. Sitasema nitachukia brother yangu, but itakuwa eyebrows. And this is not one. These are 70,000 in a WhatsApp group. Na hiyo ni moja.
Telegram.
Telegram, my bad. Hiyo ni moja. We don't know how many there are. Any yenye ilipatikana, that is one. And this is not a stranger. Uni baba yangu.
Also remember Giselle Pellicott.
Number 2.
Umemaliza?
Kuna ingine over.
That's why we need to wrap up.
Yeah,
so umeshasikia 70,000 na nataka I have a hard pushback.
Relax. And that is not the only one. Kuna ingine recently.
I'm going to answer.
Kuna ingine recently yenye ilikuwa, I think, over 200,000 men.
200,000
same thing. That's same thing. You understand? If I have a daughter today, okay, and aniambie mom, like if I have to give advice around this, mimi sitamwambia kuna wazuri. Tamwambia mami, please be careful, okay? Because atujui ni nani. All women have been survivors or victims. Okay? So for us, it's not ni nani huyo. Sisi tuangalia huyu ni mzuri, huyu ni mbaya. Sisi tuko imefanikia kila msichana anajua. Unaelewa?
No.
Do you see from where we are coming from with this?
I'm saying it now.
Mona?
I'm going to push it back this way.
But umeelewa? I'm just asking.
I'm not going to say yes again. That's becoming. So,
Come on, use few minutes because we need to
very
answer.
few minutes, namaliza.
You need to answer the question.
So, because if you are in a GBV space and you're dealing with what were GBV, so that means 100% of the people you're dealing with what were GBV. Mm-hmm. So that will cloud your judgment about what is Uko Inje. Number one, hiyo nimemaliza. Number two, if you define abuse the way to define abuse, that all women have been abused, then I want to understand what do you mean by abuse, because if we know what is your definition of abuse, then men can also say, also all of us have been abused by women. Then how do we move? Depending now, how do you see this abuse? Now, what do I mean? We will not make it. We'll just take what you think is abuse, and then we'll use it across the board.
Let me tell you, just before you continue, I think if we decide to talk about what abuse is, it will open a Pandora's box.
But we need to.
But
define.
just to clarify, when females say women, when women say
Abuse.
They have been abused,
Yeah.
it's not just physical or sexual. It's the
Kuna
regular
financial,
catcalling
kuna
when you're
emotional,
when you're passing.
Looking,
Yeah.
googling.
Yeah, you know, it's the, I was in a matatu and someone who wanted to pass because they were squeezed was holding my butt or the small of my back, and there was space, you know. It's very few minute actions that all constitute abuse.
Okay.
In the event you feel like someone is violating your space in a particular way that does not please you or that is overstepping, like if you're going to touch my ass because you want to pass.
Was it intentional or accidental?
Yes, it is very intentional. Actually, even in a club situation, just go to a club. Just go to a club and
Hizi ni
start
vitu
swaying.
zinatuhapenia, ndio maana tunakuambia.
Yeah, and start swaying.
Try kupush back. Hizi is our reality, unaona?
It is your reality.
Na tunakuambia.
And I want that,
Yes,
you see
this
the way,
is why I'm explaining
so
to
if we use your definition and remove the fact whether I felt abused or not, just the action itself, do you see also how men can say that we have also, all of us have been abused by women?
Ngoja, acha tupe example. Venye amepea example, can you...
Nimesema, just take whatever example amesema, tuseme dem alikuwa anapita, and then she decides to brush her ass on me, akipita.
Listen, Kama.
That is not right.
The thing about
That's what I'm saying.
Uko Fiti, Uko Fiti,